They did not take a bus outing to come to Washington. There will be those that will miscast this as some great social event.
All right.
But let us remember 50 years ago, some came to Washington having rode the back of buses. Some came to Washington that couldn't stop and buy a cup of coffee till they got across the Mason-Dixon line. Some came to Washington sleeping in their cars because they couldn't rent a motel room. Some came to Washington never having had the privilege to vote. Some came having seen their friends shed blood. But they came to Washington so we could come today in a different time. I met a man not long ago, I tell it often. He says I'm African American, but I don't understand all this civil rights marching you talking about, Reverend Al. I've accomplished, I've achieved. Look at my resume. I went to the best schools. I'm a member of the right clubs. I have the right people. Read my resume. Civil rights didn't write my resume. I looked at his resume, I said, you're right. Civil rights didn't write your resume. But civil rights made somebody read your resume. You achieved because you were that smart. You got there because some unleaded grandmas who never saw an inside of a college campus put their bodies on the line in Alabama and Mississippi. Today, we face continuing challenges. What do we want? We want the Congress to rewrite a Voting Rights Act.
Right.
And we want to protect the right to vote. They are changing laws all over this country. The Congress needs to make federal law that will get through this Congress and deal with what the Supreme Court has done. Right now in Texas, in North Carolina, in other places, they're coming with all these schemes. Voter ID. Well, we always had ID. Why do we need new ID now? We had ID when we voted for Johnson. We had ID when we voted for Nixon. We had ID when we voted for those that succeeded him. Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush again. Why when we get to Obama? When we leave Washington, we get ready to march. We're going to go to those states. We're on our way to North Carolina. We're on our way to Florida. And when they ask us for our voter ID, take out a photo of Medgar Evers. need to sit down in the offices of some of those here. 50 years ago, Dr. King said that America gave blacks a check that bounced in the Bank of Justice and was returned marked insufficient funds. Well, we redeposited the check. But guess what? It bounced again. And the reason this time, it was marked stop payment. They had the money to bail out banks. They had the money to bail out major corporations. They had the money to give tax benefits to the rich. They have the money for the 1%. But when it comes to Head Start, when it comes to municipal,
right.
let me say that three, we need to deal with building what must be built around gun violence. We cannot sit around and watch the proliferation of guns in our communities and in any community. We've got to fight against this recklessness that make us so insensitive that we shoot each other for no reason. Say to our young brothers and sisters, many that were on the program, we owe a debt to those that thought enough of you to put their lives on the line. We owe a debt to those that believed in us when we did not believe in ourselves. And we need to conduct ourselves in a way that respects that. Don't you ever think that men like Medgar Evers died to give you the right to be a woman. Make it clear that you know that Rosa Parks wasn't no hoe.
That's right.
We got some house cleaning to do. And as we clean up our house, we will then be able to clean up America. Let me say, as we fight for voter rights, as we fight for jobs, as we fight for immigration, as we fight for equality, let us not try and limit the coalition. We need all of us together. These bogus arguments about, well, they didn't suffer like us, or they are not as bad as us. The most insane thing for sick people to do is to lay up in the hospital debating about who's the sickest. We all need to unite and get well together. We should not be comparing pain. We ought to be strategizing and coalescing for all of us to have equal justice under the law and equal opportunity.
That's right.
You know, I want to raise this, and then we're going to do something I think special, and we march. I keep hearing people talking about Dr. King's dream. When I was young, I said to my mother, my friends say, why are we dreaming? You need to be awake to fight. My mother said to me, you got to understand what dreams are for. Dreams are for those that won't accept reality as it is. So they dream of what is not there and make it possible. They will romanticize Dr. King's speech, but the genius of his speech was not just the poetry of his words. The genius of his speech is with bloodshed in Birmingham, with Matt Evans having been killed, with James Farmer, one of his co-leaders, in jail. He didn't stand here and discuss the pain. He didn't stand here and express the anger. He said in the face of those that wanted him dead, that no matter what you do, I can dream above what you do. A nation that'll make change if we pay the price. Others saw voting booths we couldn't use. King saw the possibility of an Obama 50 years ago. That changed reality because of their dream. And what we must do is we must give our young people dreams again. That's what Lee Saunders and Randy Weingart was talking about. You take the funds, you take the expertise, and you tell the children they're nothing. And you tell them they're not expected to be nothing. You build jails and close schools, and you break their dreams. And you wonder why they're walking around with their pants down. Because that's what you wear in jail. And if you think that's where you're headed, you might as well get dressed before you get there. We need to get dreams again. Not to worry about sagging pants, but sagging mentality. If we told them who they could be and what they could do, they would pull up their pants and go away. So we come to say that we are leaving here as they did 50 years ago. And we're going to do nonviolent what is necessary to put the climate in this country that will lead to a Voting Rights Act. We're going to do what is necessary to do what we have to do nonviolently, to have a jobs bill based on the infrastructure. We're going to register voters in each state. We're doing town hall meetings in the next 60 days. We're going to target numbers and target districts. We need to bring new voters to the polls based on the principles and objectives of the movement. I don't know much about cooking, but I did learn how to make pancakes. All you got to do is put down the stuff and just flip it over. I don't know that much about politics, but I know how to do some flipping. Flip some folk in conversation. We march with a determination to let you know that we don't have amnesia. We did not forget the price that's paid. We fought too hard. Yes. Our parents shed too much blood. Yes. There was too many nights in jail for you to take our vote from us now. Our vote was soaked in the blood of others. And you can't take it from us like we don't know who we are. We earned the right to vote with protest, and we will regain what we lost in the Supreme Court will protest that is focused and on the a dreamer in the Bible called John. John looked up and said, I see a new heaven. I see a new earth. All things are passed away. I come to tell you, I know why they're screeching and hollering and talking crazy, because all America has passed away.
Exactly.
For white males have passed away. All America that only worked for English speaking have passed away. All America that tell you who to sleep with but don't put food in the kitchen has passed away. All things have passed away. We see a new America. We see an America of equality, of justice, of fairness. We march because we're going to bring a new America. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. We believe in a new America. It's time to march for a new America. It's time to organize for a new America. It's time to register and vote for a new America. We're on our way. We're on our way. We are on our way. As we prepare to march, I want some of our leaders to stand with me. We want to honor and dedicate what we're doing to a man that made the long road and the long journey. Reverend Charles Williams, Reverend Toulis, Bishop Curry, Reverend Richardson, Kevin Powell, all these young leaders, Mary Pat Hector, Tamika Mowry, Janae Ingram, Dominique, I want us to show respect and regard for a man who has every day in the last decades have fought for us. And we're not ending no program without thanking those that made a way. The Bible says, honor thy father and mother. Not for their days, but your days will be long in the land which God given thee. Reverend Joseph Lau stood in the heat of the day. Reverend Joseph Lau stood up when others wouldn't stand. Reverend Joseph Lowry has paid the price. Another woman who was slapped, who was abused, and took it so we could vote, is here with us today. Never got recognition, but now he's a winner of the Medal of Freedom from the first African-American president in the United States. He will come and have words and present in SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. That's the organization Dr. King and Dr. Lowry and others founded.